Can you just let me know what are the reasons that makes TMU one of the best choice in Canada for Indian students?
Reasons that make TMU, amazing choice for students is, first of all, Canada as being the most rewarding destination about immigration, and of course the stay back options that students have.
Ask you a very important question that every second student and parent wants to hear, like part-time jobs.
Right.
Are they actually available? Number one. And if they are available, will you be able to manage it alongside with your studies? Because it's sometimes become very hard to manage it with your studies.
Right.
So to be honest, you have cleared one of the misconceptions. This is one of the misconceptions that still crowd has, that there are no more jobs in Canada available. So, but what are the other misconceptions do you think that the Indian student right now have, which are looking forward to study in Canada?
I think misconception may be safety.
Okay.
Safety is a misconception.
Safety is a big concern right now with the Indian students.
Right.
It smelled like aloo patty at all, and I went back to him and I asked, like, is it aloo patty?
Yeah.
And he smiled and said, no, buddy, it's
Beef, yeah.
So is there any cultural shock you faced it? So it's like 911 kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
Is available. Okay. Hey, hi everyone. My name is Mudit Pandey, and I'm the co-founder of My Admission Card and president of AV Foundation. So today is the first time we are going live and doing a live podcast with Toronto Metropolitan University. So अगर मुझसे कोई भी गलती होती है तो प्लीज़ मुझे माफ़ करिएगा और मेरा साथ दीजिएगा. तो आज मेरे साथ इस स्टूडियो में मौजूद है टोरंटो मेट्रोपॉलिटन यूनिवर्सिटी के लास्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट जसमन. हाय जसमन, हाउ आर यू?
ठीक है, I'm good sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. And जसमन के साथ हमारे साथ निशी आहूजा जी हैं. तो जसमन, can you just introduce yourself before we go into the question and answer section?
Absolutely. So hi everyone. My name is Jaswant Singh. I'm a fourth year marketing management student at TMU, minoring in IT. I'm a president scholar for the university. I've been studying in Toronto for 4 years now, lived there and learned a lot. And I'm originally from New Delhi, born and brought up there. And yeah, that's a bit about me.
Oh, that's great to hear. And hi Nishi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good, Mudit ji. Thank you for inviting us.
So just as a protocol of a program, can you just introduce yourself first?
Sure.
And how you get into this role and like...
Yes, the background.
Yeah.
Sure.
Background.
Hi everyone, my name is Nishi Ahuja. I am the regional recruitment representative of Toronto Metropolitan University, Canada, which was formerly known as Ryerson University. My area of role is basically to help students from India to access education in Canada, specifically in TMU, your famous Toronto Metropolitan University, and I am a certified Canada counselor too. And I have a fair experience of more than 6 years in the industry, and it's good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So how do you support a student normally sitting in India who's just looking forward to apply in TMU?
So I participate in fairs, in school engagement sessions. There are also agent, virtual sessions. We have peer-to-peer sessions for our own, wherein we, bring in a student virtually from Toronto Metropolitan University, and the person addresses their journey to the incoming batch. So that's how my engagement has been. It's basically with all the stakeholders, agents, schools, parents, and even the school counselors too. So
okay.
yeah.
And what makes TMU a strong choice?
So first thing, it's there in Canada, which is the most rewarding destination in terms of immigration and of course work permit rights. Secondly, it's in Toronto, which is the most, not even in Toronto, it's in the downtown Toronto, which is the most prime location. It's like a replica of Times Square in New York City. So that's the place that brings a lot of exposure to students, and also about being having the best exposure, amazing education in terms of any degree in Canada is valid across the world. So that is about TMU, and all the programs in TMU, they have 100% experiential learning.
Okay.
So we make sure that students get their hands dirty and they're implementing what they have studied in the past 4 years, 2 years, varying where the co-op is placed. So that's that. And plus, we also assist students with a a concept called zone learning, wherein students, they can collaborate with anyone across faculties, and they can, we help students translate their business idea into a full-fledged business. So it can be in terms of helping them raising fund through sponsorship. So we help them with the sponsorship events, we help them with professional development workshops and things like that. So in a crux, Toronto is one-stop destination for anyone who's looking for exposure and a good country.
So if just say I'll become a Toronto Metropolitan University student,
Yeah.
so you'll help me raise funds for my podcast and stuff and all for my ideas.
I will definitely direct you to the right place where you can, so we do not handhold students, but we give you all the platforms so that you are by yourself, but you're getting the best resources, and then you can work it according to your, your needs.
So just when you have been sitting quiet, so I
Right.
thought of disturbing you now.
Absolutely.
So what makes you choose to TMU? That's the number one question, because that's what students wants to hear. Look, everybody tells that their suite is the sweetest one.
Right.
So that's already came from Nishi madam. But as a student, what makes you choose TMU?
Absolutely. So I'll double down on some of the answers Nishi ma'am gave, but my first reason would be my program itself. I was very focused on what I wanted to study, and for me, I really wanted to study business but combine it with other things and probably a minor in IT. When I looked into the business program at TMU, I realized it's a very big program. They have a lot of funding, they have a lot of case competitions, experiential learning opportunities, but that doesn't just mean jobs. That means a case competition is something where you go to a company's office, solve a real problem of theirs and get money for that. In fact, I did it in my first year. I was rewarded and I met a company's partner and got a good amount of cash from the company itself. So that gives you a push, right? So it's the business program itself and the other opportunities. The other opportunities being it's in the core downtown area, and the university has a strong network to really connect you with people in the industry. Like if you think of the Deloitte, EYs and KPMGs of the world, they're literally at a walking distance from the university. So you can meet partners from there and they come regularly to the university as well. So that's a good addition for all of those things.
But why Canada? Why the destination Canada?
I think I really learned why Canada more after going there.
Okay.
And the reason is it is a country built on immigrants that really celebrates immigrants. Like I did a co-op at this telecom company, and I learned that there are so many different people who I thought were just Canadian, right? They would seem to be white, but they were actually people from different parts of the world actively celebrating where they're from. So I think this is why Canada, because when you come to the country, you get to celebrate where you're from while embracing Canadian values and like learning there at the same time. So really supports in terms of immigration, and once you go there, you have a lot of opportunities as well.
So like whenever a student goes abroad, doesn't matter from which section or society he's from in India or whichever part he's from India, normally his parents are concerned. So were your parents were concerned at the same time? And if yes, how their concerns have been met?
Absolutely. My mom was quite concerned. My dad was also concerned about safety and transportation, right? Because number one, you can't drive a car there. So how do you go about things here and there? How do you do your groceries? How do you do things? And also safety. So for transportation, I'll say that in downtown Toronto at the university, we are literally located at the subway station, which used to be called Dundas, and now the university station is actually called TMU station. So we have our very own subway station now. We have street cars. Think of them as big street vehicles that take you anywhere within the city, and they also have cycles. So I used to live on campus in my first year and I had a great time there. But even when I live off campus, everywhere where you go in downtown, there are so many cycles there and cycle lanes that you are actually safe to drive there. I never thought I would cycle this much, but now I cycle so much that my parents know I'm safe. Exactly.
Cycling is one of the best exercise that Indians have been told to do now, because a lot of city and the heart problems are coming up. But we're still not doing it. So it's good to be in Canada. It will make you cycle.
Yeah, it's environmental friendly too.
Yeah, that's environmental friendly. That's right. Yeah. So, ma'am, the next question is, what kind of programs does TMU offer?
So TMU ideally has an array of programs ranging from aerospace engineering, architectural sciences, nursing, which very few universities offer as a 4-year degree. We have that. We also have business management, computer science, and fashion as a 4-year degree. So Toronto is the fashion capital. So we have all the programs tailor-made as per the market. You will require a higher percentage for sure, because as I told, it's pretty competitive, but we have seats for international students.
And what goes when we talk about aeronautical and architecture? Because that are again a very competitive programs, and in India also it's in high demand.
Yes.
So if somebody choose to go abroad for the same program,
Yeah.
so what are the hurdles that he have to face when he comes to your university?
Luckily, Canada has been pretty easy about admissions. If I talk about subjects and even about percentage requirement, so if a student is from a science background with mathematics, so they will be able to, they can apply for our university programs, be it aerospace or be it architecture. But for architectural, they will be requiring to have a portfolio requirement and a few other requirements too, because we have two categories. First is a grades plus program. Second is the grades only. So grades plus is a program wherein you will require additional documents, additional things that will add on to your profile. It can be something like an SOP, like a portfolio, or a few other things too, right? However, grades only program is a program where only merit is considered. So architectural sciences is totally a grades plus program. You need a portfolio for that. But aerospace engineering or something like comp engineering, that will require just your grades.
So this typically covers my next question, like if somebody is applying to TMU, what he should be focusing on, TMU academic profile or both? But still, if you want to add on something, you can.
The thing is that being very much, cautious about what documents you're uploading and how you're uploading, because we have a very strict portfolio requirement, which is very easily mentioned on the website. So just keep a check on that and meet the deadlines properly. There's a form that we have called supplementary form, which says optional. But if I were a student, I would leave no stone unturned to get my seat in TMU. So if you're applying to TMU, make sure all your documentation is completed, your form is completed, and keep a check on your My Service Hub, My Communications tab. In this tab, you will get all the communications, be it your offer letter, be it if they ask for any documentation or if they ask for any IELTS score.
Okay. So what are the common mistakes that you see normally students making?
Basically, sometimes what I face is that, ma'am, I missed the scholarship deadline. Now what can I do? But TMU is very, we have a standardized process of our scholarship applications and everything. We make sure students know things beforehand. So in Canada and with TMU specifically, our applications start roughly between, before 10 or 9 months of the date of commencement of the program. So that's when we ask students to put their conditional application, because eventually they will have their boards, they'll start preparing for that, so then they'll get busy and then they'll pass the deadline as well. So we have our deadline, which is called the equal consideration deadline, which is on 1st of February, in which all the applications will be considered no matter when you apply before 1st of February. But if you apply later than that, then it will be dependent on if we have seats available or not, or it will be on first come first serve basis. So if you want to get considered in time, you have to apply before the deadline with your documentation. But we accept students without IELTS scorecard as well. Eventually you can upload it for sure and meet your conditions.
Okay. So next question goes to you, Jaswant.
Yeah.
You have been studying in India and then you went abroad to study in TMU. What are the basic things that you have seen in terms of teaching style? And if there was a difference in teaching style, how hard or easy was it for you to adapt to the teaching style of TMU?
Right. I would say any sort of change is hard at the beginning and then you have to put in effort, but there is extensive support available. So I think the way it is different is in India, they teach you to make sure that you understand it perfectly, and everybody at different levels of difficulty, like if somebody is a beginner, medium, intermediate, they all understand it. But in university there, everybody's at the same level. So if you don't have a strong foundation, you may have some challenges. But let's say it's a math class, it's a stats class or a science class, they have group tutoring sessions available in the university and peer-to-peer sessions which are offered by the library and other departments at the university. They really help you understand concepts. Like, let's say if you go from India, I didn't know how to use a scientific calculator or a statistics calculator, right? They taught me how to even use a calculator. So things like that, they will help you with that, but you have to put in the effort. That's the one thing that's different there.
Okay. And second thing, what the course was challenging when you went from here to Canada? Was it feel challenging while you were studying? And how much the academic support you got it? Just say if it was challenging. For me, because it was challenging. When I went to UK, it was very challenging for me. Right. The new concept was writing thesis and all those stuff, which I was never used to. I was used to just rectification.
Right.
So if it was challenging, how does the academic staff has supported you?
Right, you're absolutely right. These theses, you have to give a statement, cite all of those
A lot
things.
of
It was challenging, right? I was always
And
doubtful.
citation is very challenging, to be honest.
Absolutely.
We have to put a lot of efforts to understand that. Nowadays, it's become easy because of AI.
Exactly.
My days were very tough. So,
Right.
but how is it with you now?
Yeah, no, I think it's still tough. Like if you make a mistake in citation, you can lose marks or they can penalize you. So what support they offer is that they have people at the library that teach you how to do these citations properly, depending the kind of paper you're writing. So there's support for that, right? You can go to them, get it reviewed once, twice, and then understand how you do it. But then eventually they expect you to learn and do these things on your own. So like obviously there's always support available, but they want you to, be self-sufficient over time. That's the other thing. And as I said previously, tutoring is still available. Let's say it's not a citation course like stats, right? Stats is still hard. They will really make sure there is specific tutoring available for that course as well. So it covers both sort of aspects of support there.
So, like as we all know that in India, the biggest market is for MBA, business management, BA honors business management.
Right.
So, how was your experience with business management?
I think it's been a great experience. I have learned so much, and as I said from the beginning, like the experiential learning opportunities, they have really made me enjoy my time there. I like to study in the sense that there's competitions. I love presenting solutions to companies. You get to meet partners. Like in my first year, I met the partner of Microsoft once, right? I met a director at Microsoft, and I've met all of these different people. I've connected with them, so it helps you become strong professionally. And then there are other things like they have a career coach which will guide you just to make resumes and cover letters, and another course that'll tell you what courses you should take to prepare yourself academically. So all of these things combined, I've had a great experience. In fact, they also allow you to host competitions and conferences over time as well. So the experience has been great, and I've done co-ops as well where I've met people and made actual impact in companies at an early age. So I'm very happy and grateful for that by God's grace.
So, it basically makes you more industry ready. When you go out, you
Absolutely.
are kind of ready for a job.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, you're not dependent on a placement like in India. Every single person is dependent on a placement.
Right.
Campus placement.
Right. If I may add, what we do is once we have a placement, we are only placed at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But what happens after the first placement? You have to find the job
You have to find
eventually.
the job on your
So
own
when you
skill.
learn to get it from the beginning, then you get used to it. That's just the thing.
काबिल बनने के लिए पढ़ो, कामयाब बनने के लिए नहीं.
बिल्कुल सही.
So, can you give a realistic idea of monthly expenses as a student? Look, this is very important for a parent. If I'm just blessed with a baby girl and I have
Right.
2 kids,
Right.
so I have to start preparing from now onwards for their academic journey or education journey, and I'm looking for the policies. Which policy would be best when she is 16 or when she is 18?
Right.
So
right.
so it's a very hard and money of all the parents when they send the student abroad.
Right.
So what is the actually realistic monthly expense you have experienced?
Absolutely. Firstly, congratulations.
Okay.
And secondly, in terms of expenses, right? I think for living, right, just the room, wherever you live, if you live in downtown Toronto, on average, you should expect at least from 1100 to 1200. And let me just take the upper ranges and I'll give you the total monthly. 1100 to 1200 for the rent. For food, it should be 300 to 350. And then for other bills, let's take $100 and then take $200 more for entertainment, right? So it's 1200, 350, 1550, 100, 1650 plus 200 more, which is 1850.
1850.
On average, but
On average.
this is like an average life. If you live a slightly larger than average life, it will be more than that. But I would say this is what you need at least at the bare
You
minimum.
live like Yashraj movies like many on this.
Yeah.
So their school is always larger than life. The
Yeah.
colleges are always larger
Very
than life.
vibrant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if I'll ask you a very important question that every second student and parent wants to hear, like part-time jobs.
Right.
Are they actually available? Number one. And if they are available, will you be able to manage it alongside with your studies? Because sometimes it's become very hard to manage it with your studies.
Right, absolutely. I'll be honest and say that any new thing might be slightly challenging at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it's not really that hard. I've always done a part-time job when I'm studying, and I've God's grace, also getting good grades. Grades don't go down, but you have to work for it. So jobs are definitely there.
Okay.
Depends on what you want, and I have tried out different things as well. In fact, I used to be a barista at one point, but now I work on campus. I started working in the housing department as well, and there's other departments. So once you come to any university, if you can find an on-campus job there, that's the best thing. But even if you don't, that's completely fine. There's still different kinds of jobs outside which you might not even have thought about at any point in life, and you might enjoy them as well.
So to be honest, you have cleared one of the misconceptions. This is one of the misconceptions that is still crowd has, that there are no more jobs in Canada available. So, but what are the other misconceptions do you think that the Indian student right now have, which are looking forward to study in Canada?
I think misconception maybe safety.
Okay.
That is true. Safety is a misconception.
Safety is a big concern right now with the Indian students.
Right. Because at the end of the day, we see news, this happened, that happened here and there, we get concerned. And my mom does as well. But I really think it's safe there because I go out there and not a lot of things happen. The only thing that the best thing that the university offers, and a lot of universities do, is we have this thing called like an app for immediately calling and alerting security. We have an app, we have booths on campus, and we have a walk safe program. So let's say one of my friends, right? Let's say she's a girl. She's done her shift late at night at 11 p.m. and she wants to go home. We have security guards available at the university who will walk with her to the closest subway station. And I think that's the best thing. So we have all sorts of support available. Every university, like if you work on campus, every office has a panic button as well. Not that we ever need it, but like everything is there in terms of your safety, and they have different resources to manage it as well. And we get alerts as well. If even a light goes out, I get an email on my phone that a light is gone out.
Okay, so it's like 911 kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
Is available. Okay, because look, the thing is like this is happening internationally, not just in Canada. A few days ago, I've heard in a newspaper something happened in Australia. The shooting has been. So look, these are the circumstances which no one can avoid.
True.
But generally, it's a safe country.
Generally, it's a safe. Absolutely.
Okay. So next question is: was it easy to find accommodation? And what will be the advice from your side for all these students who are coming from India to Canada in terms of accommodation? Because there was a lot of hue and cry last year when it comes to accommodation, finding an accommodation in India, and it was all there in the newspapers, in the media, and it was in the Parliament of Canada also. This has been raised. So, what is the reality behind it? I'm a student.
Right. I think it is certainly possible. It is slightly challenging. I will not understate that. But there is again resource and support available on that as well. So in our university, the housing office has this department called off-campus housing, and that department is purely dedicated to help you avoid scams when looking for a place, and basically look at what sort of place I need, what clause should be there in the lease. So obviously, when you do it on your own, you will probably make some mistakes. So it's good to reach out to these departments support so you can ensure that nobody there's no challenges in sort of the place you're finding. But as I said, if people are fine with the monthly expense, then it's not a huge problem because you do have to pay the first and last month's rent up front. So people just have to be ready with that, which is just the law in the country.
Okay, so just adding on to this, as the expenses keep on asking about the expenses, what is the TMU fees, and is there any scholarship? Because this is the maximum expense which a person has to pay.
Thank you for asking that. So TMU roughly, like I'm giving an approximate here, so it has a range of $35,000 to $42,000 depending on the program and the structure. Secondly, about scholarship, so for fall 26 intake, which is live right now, so we are having 2 scholarships for our international students. First is a President's Entrance Scholarship, which is of $40,000, and it has a subdivision of $10,000 each year. And it is renewable, of course, $10,000 each year. Second is the ISLA scholarship, and that has a total amount of $10,000, and you can apply for that. You can apply for both the scholarships, one of it depending on what you want, and you can try your luck.
So, as you said that the scholarship has been renewable every year. So, were there any condition? Is there any condition for getting the scholarship renewed?
I guess it is, and because Jaswant is one of our students who has gotten the scholarship, so I would let him take this.
Right, so I'm actually fortunate to be a recipient of the President's Scholarship, which is the one I mentioned. And you have to basically have at least 3 courses every semester, which is like, a certain course load. In the fall and the winter, 3 is honestly not a lot because I take 5 every year, and 5 is the average. So that is the criteria. And then for some scholarship, there is a CGPA criteria. Okay. You just have to see that. And then apart from that, it's only doing your course intentions, just letting the university know what courses you'll be taking the next semester. That's all the basic criteria. But obviously it changes slightly from one scholarship to the other, but majorly this is the criteria.
Okay. So were there any cultural shock for you, Jasmine, when you went from India to Canada? Like for me it was. I asked for a burger.
Yeah.
And I thought it's going to be a vegetarian burger that normally happens in India. It's going to be an aloo patty inside.
Right.
But it was beef.
Right.
I ate it and I was like shocked because I'm a Brahmin. And I was shocked, like this doesn't smell like aloo patty at all. And I went back to him and I asked, like, is it aloo patty?
Yeah.
And he smiled and said, no, buddy, it's beef. So is there any cultural shock you faced it?
I know. Even for me, food was the first one. I went to McDonald's and there was nothing vegetarian on the menu. I was like, I want a paneer tikka. You know, I'm a big paneer, but I like paneer. So there was nothing in paneer.
I love paneer.
And the good thing I can tell you now is actually one of the other chains, they have a special paneer burger, and a lot of other companies they're actually expanding their vegetarian choices now. But you know, if you want vegetarian food, sometimes it does get a bit challenging. But if you search hard enough, there's other places. Like I found one place in downtown. They have the best cauliflower, you know, gopi, like, and as a snack. And I thought I would never find it, but over time you do. So food was certainly one shock. And then maybe other things like it's not as hard and challenging as it seems. And people do support you. People support you. That was the one shock, that, you know, nobody will support you and you're like competing with people. But no, like if you ask for help, they'll help you.
They say sorry and thank you quite often.
Yeah, that's the part of the culture.
And they're very polite, which we are not very used to of because we live over here, but no. But over there, I also felt a lot of support when I was there, and amazing commutation. I went to the Niagara Falls through Go Bus and Go Train. Smooth. Yeah. Because that was the first travel to Canada, and I was with my colleague for sure, but still, you know, we both of us were traveling for the first time. So still things were very easy. We got our tickets done, we waited, we boarded the, you know, bus, and then we went for the Niagara Falls, explored a bit, we came back. So it is a very easygoing country. So I loved it.
Things are quite shortened, that I agree with.
Yeah.
So Look, a very typical question. I don't think so. Like this will be a shock for anyone. You have been keep on talking about your mother. You keep on talking about your mother, that she's concerned back home, she's this, she's that. So that shows how much you love her.
Yeah.
So how do you handle with that homesickness when you're sitting down there?
Right.
Do you feel anxiety about your mother, like how she have been in India back?
Right.
So how do you handle that?
Right.
And this homesickness thing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So obviously, when you go, you miss your family. It's a hard separation. And the answer is, it's not like a tablet you can take to get over it in a day. No, that doesn't happen, unfortunately. I wish it did. But over time, what you do is you learn to find, connect with your own people. And that means, obviously you have an Indian cultural association, you have other people as well, or maybe you find a sport or a hobby. Like for me, I picked up things there that I never thought I would do in my life. I play badminton now, I did boxing and other things as well. And I find happiness in them. And obviously the other things you do is, sometimes you go to the Gurdwara and I go to the mandir with my friends. So when you go there, right, on occasions like Diwali or Gurpurab, you get a sense of, home there as well. And you know that when you go there, everything is still the same with your own people, right? So you grow in that one sense with your own people, and outside of that, you grow obviously in what Canada has to offer. So that helps you really get over homesickness. But the best part is, if I went 20 years ago, like I couldn't call my family now, but I can, right?
Like,
what
WhatsApp.
Most kids like us do is we learn to make vegetables or things from our mom, and that helps us connect with the family a lot as well. So you connect as well when you get distant from your family.
It makes you a more mature human also.
Right.
You got to see different cultures and you start respecting them.
Absolutely.
Like for the first time when I went abroad, it was like a lot of jokes for them were not jokes to me.
Okay.
And a lot of jokes of mine doesn't meant anything to them. I started learning what kind of a joke do they like, or what kind of a things there. So that's there.
Right.
But homesickness is something which you are very right. Now there are WhatsApp call, video calls, and all those things are available, which makes things a lot easy. But when we talk about university, as you keep on mentioning, there is a career support you work at. So what is exactly do you mean by that?
Right.
How does they actually help you in terms of getting all these co-ops and all those stuff?
Right. So I'm in marketing. So I have a dedicated advisor who will just help for marketing. Somebody who's studying marketing. The first thing they'll do is they ask you to book a meeting with them. Obviously, I have to book the meeting. They will not do that for me. But when I book the meeting, they'll tell me, okay, ask me questions, probing questions. What do you want to do?
Sorry, I'll just stop you here.
Yeah.
What is co-ops, first of all?
Co-op, think of
co-op. Move forward.
Absolutely, you're right. Sorry about that. Co-op is an internship. So an internship is basically you work at a company and you learn to do what they're doing and you actually contribute to the company. So if let's say a company has a title called marketing analyst, you will probably be a marketing intern, and then you're really making impact there. And co-ops are always paid if it's through the university.
Okay.
I'll just add on a few more things here. So co-op ideally is of 8 to 16 months of full-fledged internship. Students are getting paid when they work for this, and it is a part of their program. But by this I do not mean that the university compromises on the years of their academic study. It is an add-on, and sometimes it is optional, sometimes it is mandatory depending on the program. And you have to maintain a certain GPA requirement to be a part of co-op, and if you perform good, you have a high chance of getting hired before you graduate in the same co-op company you're working in. So that's how it is.
So just say which is your next intake, madam?
So we have 2 intakes. We offer 2 intakes. We have first January intake and second is September intake. Back when we were used to know as Ryerson, we just used to have fall intake, which is a September intake. But now we have also launched, and we are working with our winter intake too.
So there is Jan intake is still available. Can students still apply, or they have to apply for a September intake now?
The train has left the station for January, but for September you have good time, and you can apply for scholarships too. The deadline is 1st of February, and you can apply, put in an application, and you can reach out to me also for any questions.
So like your main advice would be to all these students who is looking forward to apply to September is to be quick.
Yes, because in Canada the process starts, as I mentioned, 9-10 months prior. So you have to be mentally prepared about the visa outcome deadlines too. You have to keep that buffer time with you. Otherwise, if you apply just before the intake, it will just not happen for you.
Okay. So Jasmine, how confident are you when you'll come back to India, you'll get a job?
God's grace, I believe I will be able to land a good job because I've already done internships that have relevant experience and things that I typically wouldn't do. Like I've done a marketing internship, then I was a product management intern, and now I'm going to be working as sort of the Paytm of Canada, like as a product intern as well. So after this, I think I have the skills, ability to talk, to land a good job, and also know how to apply to these companies as well.
काबिल बन गए.
भगवान ने बनाया है.
नहीं, that God
मेहनत से
बनाया. फिर God is a way.
Absolutely.
God is always a way, and then
Right.
we all are messengers sitting down here trying to help each other.
Right.
In terms of आपको भी किसी ने किसी समय help करी होगी to go into Canada and
Right.
study there. Nishi madam, as we were doing our question and answer round, can you just let me know what are the reasons that makes TMU one of the best choice in Canada for Indian students?
TMU, reasons that make TMU amazing choice for students is, first of all, Canada as being the most rewarding destination about immigration, and of course the stay back options that students have. Secondly, the city Toronto, it's the most lively city in Canada, and sometimes students kind of misunderstand it as being the capital of Canada.
Yeah, a lot of
So
them.
they
I
don't
agree
know.
too.
They don't know
I was
that.
also one of those persons that thought
Yeah,
it is-
exactly.
Yeah.
So Toronto is that popular. Plus, girls, Diljit Dosanjh concerts and Taylor Swift Eras tour, all these happen in downtown Toronto, of course, and you have amazing exposure, good part-time jobs available. All the programs that TMU offers, they have 100% experiential learning. So you will actually implement, and plus you will have things like, of course, co-ops, laboratory placements, internships. These things will build your profile and of course make you a main student at TMU.
Okay.
So that's in a crux.
Okay. So ma'am, as like a lot of students apply to TMU from India, how do you help them normally?
Awesome. So I help students through engagement. It can be through in-person engagement or virtual engagement. Virtually, it can be through sessions like peer-to-peer, what we do. So we invite one current student at TMU to share their experiences on a platform where other students, parents, school counselors, they all join in. And besides this, we also do one-on-one mentoring of students. So if in case any student, any applicant, they have any questions, any doubts, so they can just hop on and book us on Calendly, and then we can give our slot. We can meet them virtually. And besides this, we have in-person meetings as well, be it school fairs, agent conducted fairs, all these road shows, and it's basically a mix of all these things. And plus, if we have any parent or student meeting, we can also meet them in person in the same city. Okay. So over a cup of coffee, I meet a lot of students in Kolkata. Last time I met 2 students, both have gotten their visa grants for TMU and they're chilling over there. So that's how I meet them. They felt comforted They felt trust in the brand because they saw a face, and in person always have a better, has a better impact as compared to virtual. But that's how we have learned after COVID that even virtual is equally important right now.
Yeah, that's very true. Thanks a lot, madam. Before we end and finish off the show, we need one piece of advice from her towards the student and one piece of advice from you to the student who are looking forward to apply in the upcoming intake. But I'll do a small rapid fire.
Okay.
This is a new
Absolutely.
thing I'm trying to introduce today.
Yes.
I don't know how our audience will like it, but if they like it, we continue with it. And it's very small. It's just 3-4 quick questions to you.
Right.
One thing you love most about studying here.
Opportunities.
Right. One thing that surprised you the most?
Not as cold.
Oh, sorry.
Not as cold.
Oh, it's not as cold.
Not as cold.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not chilly. Okay, that's a myth.
Yeah, because we all used to think it's minus 40 degree or minus 35 degrees.
Yeah, so I mean Canada has all the seasons, but cold is the most beautiful season. Like the winters is the most beautiful, streamy.
And summers are lovely.
Sorry for just jumping in your rapid fire.
One tip you would give to incoming Indian students.
Try different things. Stay true to your culture, but put yourself out there and challenge it.
Okay. And one extracurricular activity that you do the most?
Badminton. I love to.
That's right. And you said you do boxing also.
Recently started, yes.
Yeah, so we have to be away from you if you talk something nonsense. It's not easy to take your hand.
He'll punch.
Yeah. So, madam, coming back to you.
Yeah.
What would you like the parents watching this to take away from this conversation? We have a good conversation about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What from your side you still think that would be a takeaway for parents from this? That parents should more focus on.
Perfect. So I understand that parents will have a lot of inhibitions, okay, their own set of worries, their fears about sending their child abroad, but they have to trust the reality of Canada. And the reason why we are doing this live podcast is to bring transparency, because I can talk for hours about how good the university is, although I have been to the country also, but still when a student comes up to you and say, this happened with me, so that brings more sense to the student who is choosing Canada or not choosing Canada. So we want them to trust the reality, and also to kind of not just listen things or check reels. You have to be very much focused on where you are getting the information, because that will decide your child's career. And Canada has throughout been a rewarding destination, not only in terms of immigration but also in terms of exposure and with opportunities like Jaswant mentioned. So just trust on that, and if you need any help you can reach out to the respective regional heads and we will be helping you out.
One piece of advice from my side before we take a piece of advice from them. Stop believing reels. Please stop believing reels. These are just there to get attention from you, get their likes, get their views so that they can earn money. So and as we all know that negative travel faster than the positive. So please, before believing any reel, clarify what's behind, the motive behind the making. Thank you, ma'am, for the transparency thing. I thought that message should go on to the student. So, and one piece of advice for a student now.
So students, please don't, I would suggest you to work smart than working hard, okay? And just be focused. Don't take too much burden right now. I understand boards are coming up, but just believe in yourself and you can do wonders. Even if you don't go to Canada, you can still do wonders because you are an amazing kid of your parents. So trust on that. And any help with TMU, with Canada, we are there to help you out. We have Jaswant, amazing and very, celebrity-like alumni here. So he will be also helping you out. And just work on yourself. Keep your eyes down, head down, and just work on yourself.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the advice. And just when you being the ambassador for TMU today here for all of us, but it's actually good you came here, and I would like to say sincerely thanks to you, because a lot of the student wants to hear a student, because that's what make it a realistic conversation, a complete transparent conversation. So now these students are waiting for you for a clear advice.
Right. I would say when you are done with your boards, think about what program you want to do at TMU, plan it, and when you come here, talk to the people here, the advisors mentioned, and then really think about where you want to take your life, and then you'll have a great experience.
Yeah.
Thank you. thanks both of you for coming in here and making my show as good as it is. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Mudit.
And one piece of advice for all of you who are preparing for your board exam. Don't get demotivated, be confident. We have started a campaign, Say No to Suicide, and we are always available for you. We have a helpline number to call you anytime you feel depressed. Thank you.